Hi, this is Jay Stone with jstone.com, and I wanted to do a follow up on an article I wrote on my blog a couple of weeks ago. It's called Black Women Aren't Angry, They're Just Damned Tired. So, we got a lot of flack because somehow I think African American men felt as though they were being to blame. So, I wanted to come back and follow up. Here is the point of that post. There is not any blame to be laid here. I'm not blaming. I am simply explaining. The media portrays African American women many times in a very, very negative light. We are angry and aggressive and obnoxious, and I understand that sells ratings or tickets or whatever, but that's certainly not who we all are. And one of the things that I think is missing is that emotions, internal emotions, show up externally in many ways. And sometimes stress or frustration or fear, anxiety can all show up differently. They can show up as anger or being hurt. So, and I don't think that all of us are angry or hurt. We may just be frustrated with a specific situation. One of the things that we talked about is that as women, and this is not specific to African American women, as women, it's kind of our job. We kind of hold together the household. That means whatever's going on with our husbands, our kids, our other family members, we kind of tend to juggle and manage all of that. And there are times and days when the weight of being the glue can be cumbersome. That weight can be overwhelming. And so today, maybe I'm a little bit testy today because I've got 50,000 things, and here comes yet another thing. So sometimes, I mean, there's a difference. The thing that started this entire blog post was I got a phone call from a friend of mine, and he'd had some kind of altercation with his significant other, and he asked me, why are black women so angry? And he just had this venom in his voice, and I was livid because what I tried to explain to him, in her situation, she was just managing a whole lot of elderly, ill parent, ill child, some other things, and I was saying, she's really just not angry, she's just very tired. And so sometimes getting to the root of the emotion can solve a situation multiple times over. Now, it was said that I think that maybe black men don't understand. I'm not saying that you don't understand. I'm specifically speaking to the people, men, women, black, white, Asian, I don't care. I'm speaking to the people that categorize black women as angry. Okay, we are not angry. We are not angry. We are passionate. We are strong. We are opinionated. We are outspoken. But trust me when I tell you that if anyone should be angry, it should be us. And we are absolutely not. But there are times when we are most certainly overwhelmed. So the next time you decide to categorize as a black woman as angry, just think about the fact, divorce rates are higher. More of us are single, which means the parenting is squarely on our shoulders. Many of us haven't had protectors in the home. I came from a two-parent household. My father has been and still is, very present in my life. But there are many women that I know, that I interact with, that I encounter, that didn't have, a protector in their lives. And so they became independent and never learned interdependence. And so with that factor became a lot of things that they take on themselves that keep them in a state of frenzy and a state of stress. And so this does not apply to every man. This is simply an explanation for why black women are categorized as angry, when in all honesty, I don't think that the majority of us are. I think we're just a little bit overwhelmed. We never ever, a lot of times men don't have to think about who will suffer, who, if we're missing. If we're missing in our household, in our home, in our workplace, we have to actually do a weigh in and decide who's going to go without, who's going to go without things being handled. It's just not something that men can even possibly fathom, because it's not in their psyche and it's not part of what they have to do in most cases. So I certainly know some single fathers who do have that, but it's certainly not the plight of most men. And so the next time you just decide to categorize a sister as being angry, I just urge you to think about maybe what she's had to go through. And just like with me a couple of days ago, when those brothers and the white guy, he's a brother too at this point, when they pushed my car out of the road and I was managing my car breaking down, I'm late for an event, I'm missing out on everything, and I'm hysterical, they took something off my plate. They were perfect strangers. They took something off my plate. They didn't ask for anything in return. And a day where I could have been frustrated and could have been angry was just made a little bit easier. So rather than wondering maybe why we're angry, just wonder how maybe you can help us, help our day get a little bit better. Sometimes it's as simple as a compliment. This is J Stone with jstone.com. Thank you and enjoy your day.